Hi, I'm Joanna Guza, the farm broadcaster here in Northeast Wisconsin, and welcome to one of the stations that I provide content related to agriculture on. My farm reports can be heard across Northeast Wisconsin from Sheboygan up to Wausau and even hugging a little bit of central Wisconsin. I also serve as a podcast host where I'm a resource for farmers and I provide insight to brands. The goal is always to be sharing consistent content across radio waves and social media platforms. My goal is always to meet the consumer where they are at, and one way that I do that is partnering with agribusinesses, whether we're sharing about Japanese beetles eating shrubs or going out to some new equipment that farmers are utilizing to be more sustainable. Again, it comes back to making sure that I'm sharing consistent content. What motivates me each and every day to continue to do my job is serving as that connective tissue to the consumer and the farmer, that I'm able to share information about how the food showed up at the grocery store, but then also sharing insight with farmers on how they can be more sustainable. One way I'd like to improve is by growing my social media platforms. When I do one interview, I try to find several different ways that I can share that content, whether that's through a blog post, a social post, a video, a reel. There's so many different ways that we can be targeting our audience, and that's one of my goals to improve, is to grow my social audience and following. I measure success by the interactions that I get from my listeners. In my inbox and in my email, I have a folder that's called jokingly fan mail, but it's any ideas that listeners have sent me or comments. One comment that I'd like to share with you is how I had a listener say, "Hey Joanna, I'm not a farmer, but I really appreciate the content that you're sharing." That again proves that I'm meeting the customer, the consumer, where they are at in agriculture. Being a farm broadcaster and a podcast host, I am truly living out my passion of being a storyteller.